that, imagine. Hi. This is so weird. Everything feels so weird. I think I'm actually gonna move you guys to this screen as well. Do we like that? Ooh. I have you guys right in front of me now and it feels really weird. Maybe I don't like it. Maybe I put you guys back over here. It it won't let me. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna keep you guys here, I think. Am I? Again, I should have thought about all of this before I went live, but I could put Twitch chat here and then we could... No, because when we start looking at photos and stuff, I'm gonna want you guys over at this side, I think. What? Lights are fucking bright. Okay. Let me say hello to you guys really quick. And then I feel like we have a lot to unpack. A lot to talk about. I'm sure you guys have loads of questions as well, so we'll go through all of that and we'll just hang out today. I believe Vito and Oomstu and Ellie were all here before I even went live today, so hello and good morning to you three. I have so much to scroll through. Amaris, hello. Hi, Legal. Hi, Chaxi. Hi, Barrington. Hi, Ben. Hi, Walter. Hi, Robert. I miss you. Jay Steves, hello. Hi, Time. I've not even had coffee. Good temperature. Faraday, hello. I'll go through all the stream streaks and resubs and everything in just a minute. Good morning though. Hi Rag Shoes, Hip Shooter, hello. Hi Yell, hi Chevy, Dark Lord. Hi Devils. Hi Dan. Skippy, hello. Hello, hello. Hi Blue. Hello Miss Bubbles. Hi Dark Corner. Hi Steven. Hi Iron. Hi Scar. White Knight, hello. And Mabel, hello, over on YouTube. And Adam, hello, hello. Hope your trip went well. Might pass out soon, but sending love. Sending hugs to you, Amaris. Everything that I go over today, like photo-wise, I'm going to put into Discord. So if you miss anything and you just want to go through whatever pictures I dump in Discord today, they will be there for you later. Hi, Carol. Hello. Hi, Tully. How are you guys? What if I have been, aside from like posting on social media, I've been really disconnected from keeping up to date with things. So what's fucking new? Schwebby, did I say hi to you? I'm sorry if I missed anybody. Hi, Luke. Hello, 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 hello. Hi, Carla James. Good morning. It looks like you had a blast, but my favorite thing was you all leaving the tent reel. Oh my gosh. Speaking of that, that was on Instagram, and I was just trying to sign into Instagram on my PC so I could show you some stuff on there. But Instagram was being really weird on my computer. I've never logged into Instagram on my computer. It keeps doing this like weird thing where it's like, tell me you're not a robot, and then I tell it that I'm not a robot, but then it won't actually sign me in. Let me try again. Because I posted loads of stories, but I don't think all the story stuff I actually saved to my phone because I was running low on space. I figured I could just go into Instagram because it saves all the stories that you post, and I could show you guys basically like the stuff from Chinaris. I have some pictures on my phone from IRL Chinaris, but then there's like the whole story that I posted on Instagram. Maybe I put my password in wrong. Okay. Whoa, I've never used Instagram on my PC before. This is really weird. Okay, that should be good. Where did I leave off? Primordial, welcome in. Hi, Kermit. I might be a robot. No, I wish I was a robot because then I wouldn't have swollen ankles and feet right now. I would just be like Bionic Woman. Hi, Dan. Hello. Oh no, is Nightbot drunk? Let me fix that. Hi, Slater. Hi, Sean. Thank you again for asking my question to the devs. I genuinely thought I got lost in the chat. Yeah, I saw you keep asking, but there were so many really good questions, but I felt so like rude to interrupt them and be like, I have a chat question because of the way we were sitting. But yeah, no worries. Hi, chat. Hi, everybody. I don't even know where to begin. I don't know where to begin. Like, I could basically, I think what I'll do is what we did last year. I don't have loads of pictures, but I do have more pictures than last year. So I think what we'll do is what I did before was I just basically posted photos in Discord and I shared my Discord screen with you guys. So I think that's what I'll do. Oh, wait, yeah, I have so much to go through. I'm missing, like, oh, right, I said I was going to go through resubs and the stream streaks, and then I didn't do that. Hello, Elijah. Chris, hello. Max, howdy, hello. Okay, I'll start off with YouTube. So I'll thank Howdy for the 1-year membership. Thank you so much, and good morning. Hi, Zoic. And then I need to scroll down here. Because, let's see. When did we start? Today. Okay. So, Faraday, thank you so much for the 16 months. Hip Shooter was hitting 13 months today. Thank you so much. And then we have some stream streaks. We got Yell with 65, Devils with 10, Ragshoes with 5, Time with 60, Blue with 85. And then Elijah, thank you so much for the 47 months. Hello. Hello, hello. Skeptier, is that how I say it? I'm from Massachusetts, so the east coast of the states, but I live in England currently. And Chris, thank you so much for the 9 months. Thank you, thank you. Again, sorry if I've missed anyone coming in. Hi, Tim. Rahora, hello. Northern, hello. Welcome in. Welcome, welcome. Ghost Pepper, hello. What part of Mass? Western Mass. Western Massachusetts. Yeah, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just like post photos in Discord and then share that screen with you guys. I don't really know how I have this set up. Also, so we'll go through the trip. I'm hoping the photos will like help me remember everything that we did. And then we also have the latest dev blog to go through, and I skimmed through it while I was away, and it's actually a really cool one. They show like IRL reference photos for Badlands and things like that. So I figured that would be fun to go through together. I know it's been out for a few days, but like when I was away, sorry, I didn't even realize that they had posted a dev blog, and I was like, oh my god, fun. We can do that when I get back on stream. So we'll do that after we chat about everything. And then yeah, like I said, I don't think I'll get around to playing DayZ today, but we do have the experimental Road to Badlands update tomorrow. I don't know what time that is coming out, but I will be hopping on there. So experimental tomorrow, chilling and hanging out with you guys for a little bit today, and then I'm gonna go back and rest. Originally from New Hampshire, now in New Zealand. How did you end up all the way in New Zealand? What's this? I live in England currently. It's okay. I say that because in the back of my head, there's like still a horrible fear that when I have to renew my visa, they're going to kick me out. So I'm here right now. My brother is friends with 96. He said Badlands was very impressive. Yeah, honestly, it's very cool. It's very cool. We got to play it. I got to play it loads, actually. We'll talk all about it. What was the most interesting thing you saw from the playtest of Badlands? Okay, so I started making a list in my notes on my phone about things that I noticed. So I'll go through all of that because honestly, I feel like my brain is all over the place and I can't even. Oh my god, Andy! Andy, hello, thank you for the bits. It was very nice to meet you. And Max, thank you for streaking. 5 stream streak. Again, if I miss anything in chat, please just shout at me. Be like, hello, Lexi. You're ignoring people. You're missing things. I am so tired. Any announcements for DayZ 3? DayZ 3? We've only just got confirmation of DayZ 2. Okay, this is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna figure out how to share my Discord screen. If I can move this. How do we do it normally? Is it window capture? Yeah. So right now, you guys should see my Discord. No worries, Andy. Have a fantastic day at work, and I'm so glad that the weather is finally cooling down for you guys over there. Is this like a weird ratio? Can I do like fit to screen? How's that? That'll have to work, right? Hi, Stingale. Oh my god. Yeah, I need to. So I look at this. This is ridiculous. I started off like really organized. Like I had DayZ servers that I like played the most in one folder. DayZ maps, like developer maps. DayZ streamer discords that I'm in. And then like I would start pulling, like I pulled Robert's Discord out of here because like I would want to go look at his Discord. And then I had like ARC Discords, but then it just got really disheveled and a mess. I need to I need to I need to fix this. And then like I'm at the point where I don't have Discord Nitro, I don't think anymore, so I can only be in 100 servers. But then like I feel bad like leaving other people's Discords because I don't want them to think that like I hate them, but like I'm just in so many Discords. I was really organized and now it's bad. All right, so yeah, let's do this. I had told myself I was being very ambitious. I was like, I'm gonna go through, make a album on my PC and get all the photos organized before I go live today, but that did not happen. Should we start the day with a bean picture though? Because I didn't stream Friday, right? I last streamed that Thursday before I left, and then I didn't make it on Friday or Saturday. So we've had Jonathan's birthday and everything pass as well, on top of the trip. I don't hate you, Dan. Hi, Yeti. Hi, Darkheart. So yeah, this was in the background. I made this cake for Jonathan's birthday, and honestly, it came out so good. It's probably the best cake I've ever made in my entire life. I'm not joking. It was the most fudgy, moist chocolate cake you could ever dream of. So that's how we started our vacation, with really good cake. And then look at this little noodle. Look at. So last night when we got home, she came tearing around the corner and was meowing. She's never acted excited to see us every time we've gone away, but this has been the longest we've been away. And I feel horrible about it, but I honestly think she is like fucked up from it. I barely slept last night. I think we got into bed around like 1 something, and she was, I think, so anxious and maybe like relieved at the same time that we were home. But like normally she never wants to cuddle unless it's between the hours of like 4, 5, 6 a.m. And she kind of does her thing at nighttime. She'll sleep on the nightstand, but she just wanted to be like right in my neck. She would reach out her paws and like hold my arm, and she was making biscuits on my hand, which she never does. She never does that. And she was just doing like the saddest meow. It honestly, like talking about it makes me want to cry. Like I feel horrible. Like I think she's a bit traumatized. She really missed us, and I think she thought that we were never coming back. Okay. I feel like on this trip with all my posts and stuff like that, you guys have seen me at my worst, so I'm just going to share everything that I can. This was Jonathan and I on the way to the airport. We were really excited, even though Jonathan looks really just not human. He is not a morning person. We left last Sunday. Our flight wasn't super early. We had departure around maybe 9:20. I can't remember. But he's not a morning person. And at one point we were walking through the airport, and I'm someone that if I get little sleep whatever. Like I can function. I'll be happy and chipper. But he's not like that. And at one point we were walking through the airport and I was like, you just seem so sad and angry. Hi, Sazuli. And he was like, I am sad and angry. Hi, Spreedan. So in this photo, I had done overnight like heatless curls. And as soon as we got to Prague, it was so fucking hot and humid that everything, like the hair situation was not on point. Why? How do you get rid of this noodle being fucking feral? Why is it so hard to do this, like, on PC? On phone, it's so much easier. I can't be bothered. I can't be bothered. Let's see. This was us boarding our plane. I've only ever done this with EasyJet where you actually go on the tarmac to get on the plane, so that's fun. Hmm. Hi, White Knight. I don't think I said hi to you. Hi, Nem. Hi, John Jimmy. Green for kitchen walls is a choice for sure. So this was here when we bought the house. And we just left it. It's like glass with green behind it. We were like, you know what? It's kind of funky. Whatever. Let's keep it. And it's also really easy to clean because it's glass. Oh, I did White Knight. Okay. Okay, cool. But I don't know. One day I think we'll probably redo stuff. But yeah, I don't. It's funky. And we kind of like leaned into it as well. We got green chairs for our little breakfast nook counter thing. So we've leaned into the green. And I'm not mad about it. Let's see here. This is us on the plane. Jonathan's still looking very tired. In that photo, to be fair, Dark Quarter, it does look lime green, but I'll have to take another one at a different time. But it's not that electric. Listen, don't talk about my Discord notifications. I don't look at anything. This is why I always, people will message me and I'll be like, I'll message you back, and then I just fucking forget. George looks happy. What's this? I'm hoping this will let me send. That's the thing. I have some videos, but because I don't have Nitro, it might be like, oh, file size too big. This is like when we were landing. So this is bird's eye view of Prague. I don't know. Just thought it was cool looking. I'm losing my voice. Okay. So this was when we got to Prague. This is our hotel room. Let me tell you guys. This hotel room had no AC, and at one point during the trip, it was 40 degrees Celsius, which I think is like 104 Fahrenheit. Okay. Let that sink in. It was so hot the last night. So Sunday night. It was hotter than the military tent was at Rust Haven. And at one point in the night, I was genuinely afraid to fall asleep because I was like, I don't think I'll wake up. I think I'll die. That's how hot it was. Like, not being dramatic, we had to soak clothing in cold water and lay it all over our body to be able to just like feel okay. It was crazy. It was insane. It was so hot that like even getting up and taking a few steps to get to the shower to like try to cool off felt impossible. It was really bad. It was really, really bad. Like this hotel, if they know weather's gonna be that hot, this hotel should not be open. Like it was it was crazy. And we were on the highest floor in the building as well. It was really, really bad. I felt so sick. I was like dizzy. I felt so weak. It was horrible that last night. The other nights, it was hot, but it was like okay. But this was like you literally were just profusely sweating. It was bad. But yeah, we have funky, colorful hotel. Really fucking hot though. Andy dude, thank you for the brand new sub as well. Thank you. All right, what else do I have? Um, okay, so Holly, Jonathan, and I were, I think, the first to arrive. So we checked into the hotel. This is Sunday, and and we went and got sushi. There was a sushi place like right across from our hotel. This is us all happy and excited that we made it. Looking very fresh, looking very alive. You know, we're looking good. It just went downhill from there. This is like pre-swollen body. Why is there not central air over there? I was talking to my buddy who lives in, I don't know how to say that place, but there are not a lot of people in places have AC. He was miserable in his flat. I don't know. I think it's because a lot of the buildings are really old. It's like that in England as well. That was a good wait, Discord message to get the sushi pics. I thought of you, Elijah, and when I saw the Hails of Bales as well, I was like, I gotta put this in Discord right now for Elijah. What is favorite sushi dish? Well, it really depends on where I'm getting sushi, but I think I have some pictures of it. Yeah, I just realized I can upload more than one photo at a time. So we got some sake. It was really good. Um, what was this one? I think this was Jonathan's. He got like a shrimp something. This was really, really good though. This was Holly. She got a crunchy veggie roll, but it had a lot going on. It had obviously avocado. I think it was either red cabbage or beetroot. I can't remember. And it had some other veggies in it too. It was really, really tasty. And then I got tuna. And even though these two like look really fun and extravagant, this was still my favorite. I preferred this over theirs. Like theirs were really tasty, but like this was really fucking good. And Holly wouldn't try it. I was so annoyed. I was like, just try it. It's so good. Just try it. No sashimi? No, because this was like a pre-dinner snack. Because then we were going to our favorite dim sum place, which I actually don't think I took any photos of. But we were meeting up with Marks and Mikey. Because Mikey was the next to arrive and Marks was meeting him at the train station or something. And then we were going to go out for dim sum. So we were like, okay, we have like an hour and a half to spare. Let's just get some sushi. Um, I'm taking my time with sharing the photos because I want to make sure I don't share any photos of like people that don't want to be seen and things like that. So just bear with me. I know it's like, come on, get to the next one, but I just want to make sure I don't fuck anyone over, you know? Okay. I'm trying, Ben. I'm trying. This is still Sunday. We got really fucked up Sunday night, but somehow we survived the next day and continued on. We originally were like, let's not get really messed up Sunday night, the first night, but when in Prague. So in Prague, the more foam, the better. That's a thing. Hi, Ness. Did I shotgun a beer? Mm-mm. No. Oh, yeah, the beer is fantastic. Hi, Law. You remember what beer that was? At this place, I can't remember. I think we had like a lot of Pilsner and Star Ramen. I'm not really sure, but this place had a different beer than Scotty will know and Marks will know. I could find out. But a beer here was like 1.5 to 2 quid. So cheap. Hi, GT. Also, sorry to YouTube, you guys don't have music. But like, I don't have it set up. I mean, I could put something, I don't know. Yeah, you guys don't have music. It's just me talking, but if you want to have like some background music, you could always just hop over to Twitch and watch there. Um, I don't want to listen to this song. I don't think I want to listen to this playlist anymore. Hang on. What do we want to listen to? Let's do a hot mulligan. This is us just walking. Bit of a shit picture, but we're just walking. Hi, DJ. Hello, hello. Yeah, here's the dim sum. I think this is bulgokis and sweet potato or something. So fucking yummy, though. So yummy. How good does that look? It's just like dumplings. You can get them fried, but I always get them steamed. So just beef and sweet potato on this one, but they had like loads of different combinations, but these were my favorite that I last year when we went to this place, we went here 3 times, and on the last visit to this place, I discovered these ones, and I was like, oh my god, I can't believe I've only discovered these the last day. So I was like, I have to get these ones again. It's funny you went to Prague and got Asian food. It's there were loads of Asian places out there. Oh, I have more. Yeah, I just took pictures of like the buildings because they look really different. Oh, I think I saw somebody ask how far was the airport from the city. It was only like a 20-minute drive. Sorry if I miss any other questions. Just ask again. Um, this is us alive, but you can definitely see we're definitely drinking. But yeah, this was night one still. It was just really nice to hang out. People's, slowly started to come out and arrive, and I feel like I don't have really any group photos, but loads of people will be posting pictures and stuff over the days. So, is this still the Sunday? 22nd. Okay, no, I got ice cream. This is Monday. So we went to this place. I think it was called Manifesto, and it's like an outdoor indoor place where they have loads of seating, and it's a vibe. And then there's like loads of little food stalls of all different types of food. So everyone basically showed up Monday. I think Bobo was the last to arrive on Monday. He got in late. But everyone else met up at this place, and we just had drinks and, you know, caught up and met the new people that we've not met before, hung out we all hung out together. It was really nice. It was really fun. But I think this is the only picture I have from then. Let's listen to this song. Oh, I don't know how to say this properly, but Minder really wanted to go to this place. I think it's a German beer place. And we had these beers, and they were really weird tasting. Like Bach or something like that. I don't know. Also, Fairy Light, thank you so much for the 35 months. I'm sorry I missed that a few minutes ago. Thank you. These tasted weird. They almost like had a weird syrupy molasses aftertaste, but you can't tell in this photo. These are small, but they have like a bigger glass. And if you drink out of the bigger glass, you have to give one of your shoes up. I don't know why. Like maybe they don't want someone stealing the glass. But they basically have a basket that hangs from the ceiling, and they lower it down with a rope. And George had a big one, so he put his shoe in it. Holly and I, though, we just split one at this place because we didn't really know if we were gonna like that beer. And we already had like a lot to drink, so. I think I posted this one in the Discord. But this is still Monday night. Holly and I. Alive and happy. This is like before the heat got really bad. Okay, what day is this? This is Monday. So, on Monday, what did we do? We had to get up. We went and we did this stream with Martin and Marks at the DayZ office. So we got up, did we get breakfast? I don't think we got breakfast that day. Maybe we just got something from Starbucks. Is that what we did? Did the stream, and then, God, I can't really remember. Let me look at our itinerary. Yeah, we did. Monday was the DayZ stream. We just vibed out, and then we met with everyone at this place, hung out, got drinks and stuff. And then, oh yeah, this is why. So Tuesday was the IRL Chinaris trip. So we were saying we can't be stupid and we can't stay out super late because we have to get up really early and do like a crazy hike, right? And I just found this. This was an alarm I set. This was so we would leave the bar by midnight. We were like, don't be stupid. And we weren't. We went back. Hi, TCT. We went back to the hotel. What is this? I have the most random photos. This is us leaving the bar. We called this place Dive Bar. And I remember George, for some reason, started chatting with a local, and I was like, he's shaking his hand. So I just took a picture. Just random. Um, I guess, yeah, so this is on our way to Chinaris. Basically, we set out in the morning. Everyone met at Starbucks around 8:30, and we had to catch like the underground, tram, and no, did we walk? We either did tram, underground, train, or it was just underground and train. Can't remember. And the train was like 2 hours maybe, and it was basically taking us to a drop-off point near Electro, and we would do a hike up. I think is it called Black Mountain in DayZ? I don't know, but basically we were gonna hike up to an overlook where you could see like the industrial from Electro and then Cherno. So that's where we're heading in this picture. Was I hungover for the hike? No. And you know what? Like, did I feel good when I woke up Monday? I didn't feel great, but like, I have definitely felt worse, and it went away really fast. And that was like the trend for all week. And I honestly think it's because we drank so much water on top of all the beers that we drank and stuff. And I didn't go like super crazy. Like I think the most crazy I went was Sunday night, and then I got drunk, but like I wasn't, absolutely, fucked up on the floor. But I think because of the heat, we were drinking so much water and electrolytes and all that stuff. So I think it really helped. Like I didn't feel, when you first wake up and you're like, "Oh," but then you get up and you move around and then you're fine. It was like that. Pick Kozlovo is the hill. Is it? Oh, this is fun. Let me just do a couple of these photos. So we actually missed our our bus stop, which is funny because we did this last year when we were going to Tizzy, and we had to end up walking an additional 2 hours before we actually hiked to Tizzy. But this time we only had to walk like an additional, I don't know, 15 minutes. We missed our bus stop. Oh, it was very interesting. I've never experienced this before, but at the train station, I had to pee, so I went pee. And in the bathroom, the lights were blue. And I was like, why are the lights blue? Like, I've never experienced anything like that before. And they said so people don't go in the bathroom and do drugs. Because I guess, like, the area we were in was, like, really bad for drugs. So, yeah, that was just something interesting. Whoa, Wakester, is that how I say it? Thank you for the prime. It makes it so you can't see Vane's dark corner. So like you know when you look at your arm you can see your veins and stuff, like you can't with the blue light. So yeah, it was just something interesting. I've never experienced that before. Raccoon, I don't think I said hi to you. Hello. If I did, hi again. Unconquered, hello. And again, if I've missed anyone coming in, I'm so sorry. Stephen, Crafty, J Church, I may have missed you as well. I don't remember, but yeah, apologies. This is where we got off, where we missed our stop, that we had to walk. It's just Holly. She just looked really cute standing there, so I was like, "You look cute." Uh, that's the Gorky, which I didn't eat, and it melted really bad. But I think I still have it in my backpack. And this is us just walking to where we would begin the hike. But like in these pictures, I wish I took more of the surroundings, but you can really see like the inspo for places in DayZ. It was like a first day of school picture, yeah. Um, I just some more pictures. It was a bit overcast this day, but then the sun would come out and it would get really hot. But this day it was meant to be a lot hotter and the weather changed, thankfully. And it was still hot, but we were very lucky because we were really worried. I just thought this car looked cool, so I took a picture of it. Hi, Capybara. I think I missed you as well. Hi, Bosch. Bosch getting some salami. Hi, Eli. Okay, yeah, that's those. That's that group. Yeah, let me just make sure because I don't want to make sure. I want to make sure I don't have anyone in photos. I don't want to be in photos in these next ones. So give me a second. Actually, what I could do. Um. Let me post these ones, and then I'll switch to my Instagram. And I'll show you guys the story I posted on Instagram. No TRMZ photos. You know what? I wish I took a picture with him just for the memories, but we didn't. And yeah, I can't remember if he wanted to be in photos or not, so I think I just kind of avoided him and things. Yeah, this was cool. The little trail marker that we see in DayZ. Isn't that cute? Um, this was when we first started the hike. So we started like down here and started walking up this incredibly steep hill. And I didn't know at the time, but it was the start of basically a massive hike that was 95% up very steep hills. I remember I turned around and I was like, wow, look at that. Happy Bombs was in Prague. Yeah, I have a picture with him, but I don't know if he would approve the picture. So I'll ask him at some other time if I could post the selfie of him and I. Because, you know, like, I took photos with people just for myself and to have, but I would never want to post a photo where someone might feel like they don't like how they look or something. So I just want to, like, respect people in that aspect. Yeah, this was the start of the hike. It was fucking hot. It was fucking steep. Paul and I pulled ahead right off the bat because I was like, I just gotta lock in. I do Pilates. I'm strong. I'm stronger than last year. I fucking got this. And we were doing so good. And then it got to a point where, oh my God, I was fucking dead. But we made it. And I'm so glad that we made it. This is at the top. It's another sign. Like the ones in DayZ, pretty cool. But yeah, if I do this, do we have sound? 1 second. Window capture. You should have volume for this. Pause the music. Can you hear it?
I'm shaking as well.
Yeah, I didn't realize it until I was writing.
No, me either. I'm just like...
This is just everything that was on my Instagram. Oh my God, hi Sour. Spoons, 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 spoons. Guys, if anyone is in chat that knows the game Spoons, please say spoon, 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 spoons in chat, because nobody knew what Spoons was except Kadiak and I think it's because we're American. And we taught everyone how to play Spoons, and honestly, it was one of the best parts of the trip ever. But yeah, Sour, I hope you got some rest. I hope you're recovering. And I had loads of fun with you. Thank you so much. And thank you for the music as well.
If I don't make it back, it's because I've died on this mountain. Okay, I survived the mountain, and now we're heading to Zub Castle. So if I don't make it back, it's because I died at the castle.
This was a nice part where it was shady and not fucking awful.
So we're looking at Mogilevka from side on. So that slope to the right is the open slope to the barns that you'd run up coming over from, yeah. So are we on that little connection, you know?
This is Mogi, guys. How sick is that?
Ignore the heavy breathing.
The barns, and then down that way would be the cream house. And then over this way is the convoy spawn and the deer stand.
How cool is that? And then the Red Barn and Starry was our final stopping point. Yeah, so that's that. Let me switch back to Discord. There we go. At the end of the hike to the Red Barn, there was a lady, and I'm assuming her husband. I didn't go into her yard, but I forget. I don't know how it happened, but she invited all of us into their garden, and they were like giving us water and stuff, and yeah, it was like, they were so nice because we were like dying from this big hike, and they like welcomed us into their garden and were taking care of us. It was really, really sweet of them. I have some more photos from that, but again, let me just double check I don't have anyone in photos that don't want to be in photos. Oh yeah, there's a couple of these. Oh, I can only do 10 at a time? Dumb. 1 second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait, what, Elijah? Hi, Bartlett. Thank you. Hope you're well. This was the last you met at the water pub that I invited you into the backyard. What is that sentence, Elijah? Ninja was just talking about spoons a week ago. No way. This is, I think this was Green Mountain in the distance. That's cool. This is inside Zub Castle. I'm just putting some songs in the queue. But yeah, it has the, you know, like in DayZ, the stairs and shit. Sour, Jonathan, and Holly have some really cool photos from this place. So I don't know who's posted what yet, but definitely keep an eye out on their shit because they were taking some cool photos at this castle. Down here is Vishnoi. It was really cool this trip because this Chinaris hike because the route that we did is kind of like the loot route that we do often in DayZ. So to go up here and see Moglevka and go to the castle and then see Vishnoi down below, that was like so sick. It was so cool. It did have the DayZ sticker. I think, did I think I, hang on. Oh no, it was on my Instagram. It did have the DayZ sticker though on the well. So this is at Starry. These are like the concrete barns, and the military would be just behind these barns up the hill. That's Vishnoi. And yeah, here's another picture of the barn. It's literally spot on. Like, if you zoom in and look at this, this could be a screenshot from the game, right? How cool is that? It's just some scenery. I don't know what I was looking at here. Oh, I think this is Starry. Maybe this was like, I was up in this field looking down at Starry. I was struggling at this point. At one point, I was so far back, we got separated from the main group, Minder and I, and we went right and they went left. But we weren't really stressed out because we just felt like we knew where we were. And we were like, well, we'll get there eventually. We know the way. Yeah, just another view of it. pretty cool. It was an experience. Let me get some more photos. So this was Tuesday. Wednesday. What the fuck was Wednesday? Wednesday was wake up, go to one of the Bohemia offices that we went to last year and meet devs from DayZ and Arma. We got to go into the motion capture studio again. We got a sneak peek at DayZ on the Switch 2. We got to play it on the Switch 2. And then we had a DayZ Badlands LAN party with a load of people. And we got to play Badlands for 2 hours. Yeah, so that's I don't know if I have photos from this day. Obviously, like, we couldn't. Oh, wait a second. How can I forget? Hang on, let me show you guys this. Did we go to Italian place, Sour, after Chinaris? I think we did. So hang on, before we get to Wednesday, this is still Tuesday. Getting ahead of myself here. I have a really funny video of Jonathan. Yeah, so Sour can tell you guys all about the new bikes in Badlands because he found about 5 of them and crashed every single one. I saw a bike, but I was like, I made some friends and I didn't want to leave them. I got this ice cream at the train station after the Chinaris hike and it was bubblegum flavored. And you guys know me. If I am anywhere and they have bubblegum ice cream, I am getting it. And this was fucking good. This was so good. It was so amazing. Hello, Sarah. You're missing photos, but they're all in Discord. This was so tasty. And then we went to dinner that night. We went to this Italian place that we've been to last year. Billy, welcome and thanks for the follow. And we got these. This was they called it a purple coconut margarita. And I think they called it purple because there was maybe a hint of lavender in them. But these were fucking good. Sour, you tried this. These were really good. Oh my god. Yeah, Shabby, they were fucking amazing. I took a sip and I was like, oh my god. We got bruschetta? Is that how you say it? So like tomatoes, olive oil, whatever this cheese was. Really garlicky and nice. This was really good. Holly and I split this. This was so good. Martin! Oh my god. I love you so much. It was so nice to meet you, and I'm really glad that we got to hang out that night. And I blame you for getting a Long Island iced tea, and that's the reason why I was up till like 4 a.m. I will send you. I really want to take my time with it, Martin. I'm gonna make you a playlist. Sour, I've already started your playlist on the plane last night. But I want to like really take my time with it. So I will send you music. And yeah, I asked loads of people when I was in Prague, like, do you know Hot Mulligan? And Martin was the only person who like heard of Hot Mulligan. And then we were sat at this really like I don't honestly, I don't really remember going to this bar. I just remember being there, but it was like really crazy, like black and red lighting and stuff like that. It was a vibe. It was really cool. We stayed out super late. What night was that? I don't even know. But Martin's a fellow music lover. And I was going through his playlist and seeing all the music that he listens to, and I was like, oh my god, I found my people. Yeah, I'll send you some music this week for sure. Oh, I was so sad that we didn't get to say bye to you at Rust Haven, but I don't think you didn't make it there, right? Because of the heat or something, which I totally don't blame you. It was so hot. But yeah, oh, so nice to meet you. You are such a good human. Yeah, you have to, Sour. You have to. This is I've been to this Italian place 4 times now, and I get this dish every time. This chicken gnocchi mushroom dish, and it is so tasty and yum. This is this is Jonathan on a seesaw. This was in Starry. Look how happy he looks. It honestly makes me laugh every time. I think he was on it with Max, who is an Arma creator, who was so lovely as well. Oh, John said hello, hello. Hello, everybody. Hi, Tears. Let me get some more photos. Okay, so now we're on to Wednesday, where we went and did the thing at the office where we got to play Badlands and see the stuff. On the Switch too. Okay. Okay, we'll do these 5 photos. I just saw what you sent me, Sour. The swing thing. We'll have to watch that. This was... Did we take a bus? We took a bus to this town, and then some of the Bohemia staff picked us up in the DayZ and Arma cars to drive us to the office, because Scotty had originally said it was just going to be like a 10-minute walk, but then it was actually a 40-minute walk. And this was the day after we did the Chinaris hike. So I've actually injured my hip. Like, I think it's overuse on the hike, and I was really struggling this day. I couldn't lift my left leg. So I was like, I can't fucking walk that. Chickened out. It was too hot. I feel bad about it. Literally, Martin, don't feel bad at all. And yeah, if there is a next year, and if I get invited again, we'll most definitely hang out. Welcome in only. We are recapping our Prague trip at the moment. It was crazy. Like, they even at the festival, they canceled like daytime activities, and they just were like, stay in the shade, stay hydrated, don't drink beer, don't be stupid, take care of yourself. It was cray cray. I just thought this looked nice, so I took a picture. Oh yeah, and the water tanks literally got depleted at the festival as well. But luckily, in our camp, I don't know, I mean, just Bohemia, whoever operations or whatever, purchased lots of jugs of water. So we had water still, but all the big insulated water tanks that they had around the festival grounds ran out because it was just so hot, and people were cooling off with it and stuff. It was crazy. But then they replenished them the next day. But yeah, it was cray cray. Just some more photos of this town. Again, I just thought it looked cool because, like, it looks so different from where I grew up and where I live now. This was the setup for the LAN party. So, obviously, just loads of PCs. We're all sat next to each other. We got our headsets and everything. And this is where we got to play Badlands for the first time. And then I just thought this was cute. Afterwards, I forgot who was grilling, but we had a cookout earlier in the day. We had pizza while we were hanging out, talking to people. It was a beautiful day. It wasn't too hot. It was really nice. And we ate lots of pizza and lots of meat. And this is Holly and I sitting on a swing, hanging out. Oh, yeah, let me see this video quick. Ew, I don't want to post this video. Basically, after we played Badlands, they drove the MS3 truck over and they were like, "We're going for a ride." I'll post a little bit of it. It's just not very flattering, but whatever. Like, I feel like all the stuff I posted this week, you guys have seen the worst of me. Yeah, they drive the big truck over and they gave us some safety goggles. They were like, "You have to wear these safety goggles. There's no question about it." So we drove around on this truck. And then at the end of the drive is when we saw, I'll just show you. It was honestly a bit surreal. It was cool. So yeah, we get on this truck. We're bouncing around on this truck. There's like branches smacking us in the head and everything. We're in the woods. It's really fun though. And if you don't know the truck I'm talking about, I have a picture of it. This truck. So we're all on this truck with our safety goggles bouncing around and stuff. It honestly felt like it was gonna fall apart. It was really cool. And it sounds just like it does in the game. And then when we pull up, this is hanging up on the tree. DayZ 2 is in development. And David, I forget what he goes by, the project lead was standing there and we got to meet him. And over the few days, we got to chat with him and ask him questions and stuff about the project. And honestly, at this point in time, there isn't really anything to tell you guys. I mean, I'm sure there's things that they know that they can't tell us, but basically all we know is DayZ 2 is in development. There's a lot of people working on it that worked on like DayZ originally, and they told us that, you know, they appreciate the game for what it is and everything that makes it great, and they're not going to change the DNA of the game. And yeah, like, it's going to happen. Do we know when? No. Do we know what the map is going to be, what the vibe is going to... We have no idea. We have no idea. All we know is DayZ 2 is in development. But that was really cool. That was a really fun way that they announced it to us. Going on this truck ride and then driving down this dusty wooded road and then seeing that with a few of the devs and stuff gathered around, hanging on the tree. It was really cool. It was a bit surreal. Yeah. I think there's a point I wanted to make and I can't really remember. I'll remember. The thing is, this week was so crazy. We did so much. We got so much information. There's things that I'm not going to remember that other people are going to remember. Like Holly, for example, and, you know, everyone that was there. So you'll get loads of information from just looking at everyone's socials and watching people's streams and stuff. No time frame. It will be a new engine. It literally all they can say is it's in development. What is the tarp thing, Dan, that you keep talking about? Oh, what did you say about playing Badlands? This is great time to talk about it. Let me go to my notes. So, when I first loaded into Badlands, the first thing I noticed, it feels so weird to talk about. Oh wow. The first thing I noticed was the UI in your inventory was different. It's still very much this, it's the same, but like it's more polished looking, and like the symbols for your jacket and like your face wear and, you know, all that stuff is just, it looks different. Like they've redone what those slots look like, but it looks really good. It looks really clean and fresh. Like the actual UI, like again, it's not different in your inventory when you press tab, but all the little icons are just a bit more polished looking, if that makes sense. You don't get why they put it on a tarp? Well, it's like a fancy tarp. You know, it's like what we would have at my old job with big like signage and stuff like that. Hi, PUBG Potato and Silkman, hello to you. Hi, Green, hello, good to see you. Hi, Squid. One of the things that I noticed immediately was I walked into a house, and when you press tab, there is a section for rebuilding houses. I don't know how to explain this. You go into a house and I press tab and there's slots for like nails, planks, bricks, maybe a couple other things I can't remember. And then I actually found a house where in the doorways someone had built a brick door covering the doorway. So you're able to like rebuild, reinforce houses. The only things I found that were like that so far was just like normal houses. I didn't really pay attention to like windows and things like that. But yeah, basically on Monday when we did the stream with Marks, people in chat were asking, is there going to be an update to base building? And he very much flat out said no. And it was very much a lie. Because now, when they let us play Badlands, it was revealed that you can do that. There's just, yeah, you can fix up houses, build doors, different levels of, like, different tiers of doors, as far as materials used. Another buildable thing that I found was, I think the term I heard people use was an irrigation tunnel. but I don't know if that's the right lingo to use. But basically, I had a little group of people, and there was like a mound of sand with some bits of wood, like plywood over it, and you could like actually look down into it. And we were like, whoa. And then when you look at it, you press tab, and just like when you have a fence kit down or something like that, it shows you that you can put rope and sticks in it. So we started collecting rope and we started collecting sticks, and we're putting all the ropes and the sticks in. And then once that was done, it said hold F to build rope ladder or something like that. Maybe it was hold F. I don't remember. So we built a rope ladder down into this hole, and then it was an underground tunnel that had water running in it. And everyone was so excited to find water that they started drinking it, but it was cholera water. So that was really cool. As far as other buildable things, I didn't see anything, but everyone very much had their own experience and journey when they played during the LAN party. So like I said before, like people will be talking about all the different things they experienced. And that was just what I experienced. I also noticed right off the bat, new snacks. You know, I love me some snacks. I found like it was like a mason jar with like maybe some sort of like kimchi thing inside it. I don't know exactly what it was because a lot of the assets and like things that you'd find were not named like how they will be named when the game is, or the map is finished. You know how when sometimes people add things from the files, like the bananas and maybe different colored skinned weapons that are in the files but not actually like in the stable version of the game, and it's like a weird character number code or whatever. It was like that. I don't really know exactly what it was. But yeah, I found new snacks. Can we put milk in our cereal, cook our rice? No. I asked Sumrak last year if we'll ever get recipes and be able to make soup or cook rice and things like that. And he was like, no. And I was like, okay. Just crushing my hopes and dreams here. But that's fine, I guess. I did, though, when I was talking to the new project lead for DayZ 2, I was like, you have to put some survivally cooking shit in the game. I will be a big advocate for things like that. Another thing that I noticed right off the bat was the environmental sounds in Badlands were done incredibly well. The sand, the little gusts of sand blowing by, just the different surfaces that you're walking on, just the environmental sounds. They did a fantastic job with that. Like, I'm not even joking, it was probably one of my favorite things about the map that I've experienced so far. Even like down to just walking through a bush that was a bit dead. It was so crackly and crusty sounding. It like scratched a part of my brain. Really good audio design. And I feel like for a game like DayZ, that's really important because you want to be immersed into it, you know? And the audio was fantastic. Another thing I noticed was the zombies or the infected have a new attack where they kind of like run up and like jump and smack you. I can't explain it, but like the first infected that I fought, they had a new attack, and it also felt like there was maybe another attack where they kind of like ran by and like did it like almost like an underhand swing, but I'm not sure about that one. But they definitely do a different attack now where they kind of like do this like hop thing, and they it's different. I did notice in the build that we played that, you know how right now the characters vibrate and stuff and it's like really weird? That wasn't happening, and I was with like 4 other people, and the AI wasn't like weird jittery either. And obviously we went over the last dev blog, or the second to last dev blog, was it? One of the dev blogs talked about the infected, and how they're trying to lean into visually them looking more like infected people. Like, I got to experience that as well, that we looked at the pictures and stuff on stream, but like I got to experience that in game as well. Hi, Danae and Stacy. Oh, yeah. So at Rust Haven, they had some PCs set up, and anyone there was actually able to play Badlands, which was really cool. They just were like no photos or videos in here. But good point, Andy, because during the LAN party, I wasn't able to experience the sandstorm because it started to blow in at nighttime and then our time was up. Hi, Vorian. To be honest, the blocking pattern still worked the same. You didn't have to adjust how you fought them. Hi, Lucky. Yeah, Mega Mike. It's like, honestly, it's the little things like that that really like get me excited when it comes to games. Just like the details with the environment, because I don't know, sometimes you play a game and you don't feel like you're somewhere, and with Badlands, it very much felt like you were somewhere. Like you were in it, you were amongst it. Shit, what was that? What were we saying? The sandstorm. So I played at Rust Haven. Oh my, it was so fucking hot. I was sitting at this plastic table with the PC, and I was running around and stuff, and it was so hot that and dirty. There weren't showers at Rust Haven, which we knew going into it, but like it was like really hot, and sometimes the breeze would blow and you'd get like dust all over you and stuff. So like I'm playing Badlands at Rust Haven. It's really hot, and I lift up my arm, and I'm like sitting with Marks, and Jose, who's another dev, was sitting with me too. I was so embarrassed because like under my arm was actually like visible pools of sweat, and it was like brown. Like I was very much living Badlands while playing Badlands because of how hot it was. But the cool thing about the sandstorm was I was playing, Holly was playing, Kate was playing. We were all next to each other. And I didn't know the sandstorm was like this, but Kate was like, I'm in the sandstorm. And then Holly was in the sandstorm. And then I could see the sandstorm blowing in towards me from a distance. So the sandstorm isn't like how it was on Takistan, where the sandstorm happens and it happens to everybody. It literally starts at one spot in the map and it moves. Isn't that sick? And then also I was like, well, I kind of want to experience what this does to you and how important it's going to be prepared for the sandstorm. And I'm telling you guys, if you don't have the shit you need to weather the sandstorm, like if you don't have shelter, you are fucked. Because it starts to affect your vision, and there was this, and they might, I guess any of this stuff they might change with like the visual stuff. I don't know how set in stone the visuals are, but like you started seeing like you know, if your eyes are irritated and the blood vessels in your eyes start to get red and inflamed, it wasn't super in your face, but very faint. There were like, it looked like blood vessels, but like it was very faint, but you could see it, and then it would get more and more, and then you would get like the vignette around your screen, and then your vision started to get a bit kind of like a sepia color, or I don't know how to say that. Like, you know, like, you know what I mean? I don't know how to explain. It's really hard for me to explain things. But like your vision started to go bad, and then you were coughing, and then you would just fucking pass out. So if you don't have goggles and dust mask and whatever else is out there for you to find to help you weather the sandstorm, if you don't have shelter, you're fucked. It's actually serious. Which I think is amazing, because I was talking to Marks about this, and I was like, you know, for me personally, I know it's not survival. More people are into PvP, some people are into survival. Well, you know, it's a mixed bag. Some people like it all. I very much love survival-y stuff. But like, to compare to maps like Deadfall, where you have to think about what you're doing and what you're collecting. That's why I really like Deadfall, because you have to think about the future. You have to think about, okay, when I get to the other side, I'm going to need to make sure that I have enough rags. I'm going to need to make sure that I have enough fishing stuff, because if I don't, I'm actually fucked. It's same thing with like Namalsk and Sakal. Like, you want to make sure you have the ability to start a fire, because on those maps, if you don't, and you get in a fight and you get shot and your clothing gets wrecked and you're low health and all of a sudden you're freezing and you don't have the ability to make a fire really quick, like, you have to think ahead for things like that in order to survive. And there's that whole new aspect now with Badlands where, okay, there's this sandstorm and you have to think, like, I need shit to protect my eyes. I need shit to protect my lungs, it seems like. And yeah, like, there's just that whole new survival challenge that's being introduced, and it's really exciting. I'm really excited for it. And I think it's going to be so interesting as well. Yeah. It does make tents interesting. Like, are people going to be, you know, wanting to carry a tent with them? Is there even a bag big enough to carry a tent right now? I don't know. Oh my god. I just remembered. Let me look at my notes really quick. Sorry, sidetrack. Jonathan found an NBC case. He was next to me, so I got to see some of the stuff that he found. But yeah, Jonathan found an NBC case. I didn't get to like look at it to see like how much storage it had and things like that. I have no idea if it attaches to anything. Oh, somebody said, I forget who it was. I think it was Happy Bomb, so you'll have to ask him about this. But I swear he said that rope attached to your bag. I don't know if that was intentional or not, but yeah. Do you know if tents or makeshift shelters protect versus sandstorms? I imagine tents will, but like the makeshift shelter, I don't know. I don't see why that one would, because it's open. You know, it's more like a lean-to. Jonathan found a... I guess this is, if you don't want spoilers for the map, this could be potential spoilers, so I'll give you like 10 seconds to close stream while I drink some vitamin C water. Ish, hello. How are you? How's the house stuff going? Right. So, Jonathan found a door that had a keypad on it. And then somebody else had found there's a new asset where it's like a container that's been turned into maybe like a little guard post or whatnot. And somebody found, I think it was Kadiak, so she'd be the one to ask about it, found one of those that was locked. And there were gun racks inside. I think HB experienced this too. There were gun racks inside, and there were actually guns in the gun rack that you could take out. So yeah. George found some endgame stuff. He was 2 PCs over from me, so I don't really know anything about that. So he'd be the one to ask about endgame stuff. I don't know anything about that. And then George also said that he was killed by a military dog, like a trained military dog that was at a airfield, and it had like a canine vest on or something like that. I honestly don't know if he's pulling my leg about this, because that just seems absolutely crazy to me. But he said he was killed by a canine unit dog. I don't know. So yeah, on the dev stream on Monday, Marks had looted a zombie, and there was a piece of paper with a Morse code key on it, and I do wonder if that has to do with the locked keypad door things that people had found. I found these trucks that I've learned to be dynamic, and they are trucks that have water tanks on the back that you can drink out of. I have no idea if the water is clean or not. Basically, everyone I was with got cholera. I think I drank from the truck and I didn't get cholera, so yeah. Really good. We completely scrapped all our plans for new carpets and probably annoyed a ton of people. Dude, whatever. You do what you want to do with the house. If you go back on something, you'll be happy that you do it now rather than sticking with it and then realizing down the road that it wasn't really the vibe that you wanted. So we have attack dogs as their ninja cats. Maybe. The thing is, like, all these things that we're talking about, like the sandstorms that move across the map, the rebuildable house bits, the irrigation tunnel thing that I had to build a ladder to go into, all these things are like introducing, I don't know the right word, but like it's so many things where I'm just like, imagine what modders can do with this stuff that's now built into the game. It's gonna be crazy. I found this like little camp thing that spawned hunting loot, but it didn't look like a hunting camp. It was more like, I don't know how to explain it. It was like tents with like pillows and stuff, but it looked more like a place where you'd hang out and like chill out and have a bonfire or something, but it had hunting loot. That was just something I noticed. I'm trying to think. It got to the point where like I wasn't taking notes anymore on my phone. So I was like, I just want to play. Oh, one thing I will mention is there is so much to loot on Badlands. I went up a mountain near spawn, and I was like, I just want to get a bird's eye view of everything. And it was actually insane. Like, I'm up this mountain and I'm looking down. There's a big city that's near spawn and an airfield. And then it's just like, for as far as you can see, it's village, 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 compound, industrial, windmills. Like, there's so much. There is so much. It's actually nuts. It is not big and empty. There is a desert. There is a desert. I didn't get to experience the desert, but I asked, I was like, okay, if it's a big desert, is there going to be any incentive to go out there? And I got maybe, and then heli crashes. I don't know if there's going to be anything else out there, but like there is a big desert, and obviously going out into the desert with the harsh conditions that the map will be, like it has to be worth it to get good loot. Because if you're going out there where there's no shelter and no resources, it has to be worth it. But yeah, there is a big desert, but like the map, there's so much. I saw like a fraction of the map. Like I literally spawned, went to the big spawn city. I may have died to zombies. Okay, I was playing without sound, so it was hard because you don't hear the zombies screaming at you, and the next thing you know, there's like 20 zombies smacking you in the ass. And yeah, I went up the big mountain that you'll see when you guys play at spawn, and it is just, there's loads of shit. There's loads of shit. So I really do think they listened to feedback about previous maps, and there will be loads to loot. It is not sparse at all. Are there sandworms? I did joke about the little underground tunnel thing I found, that this is where the sandworms travel. But that is, you know, still to be investigated. Welcome in, Hound. Hi, Para. Any harvestable plants? No, but I was checking Fairylight. I was walking around to different bushes to see what was going on. Oh, I did spawn with a fig in my pocket as like my starter fruit. And it was, you know how like when you eat the apples and the plums and the pears, they all sound like the same crunchiness? The fig was actually like squelchy sounding, like it was, that was different as well. And again, a very little thing, but I was like, oh my god, no way. Okay, I think that's everything in my notes that I took. I'm trying to remember though. Obviously there's the new clothing that they've shown in the dev blogs that I got to experience. Only a few bits though. But the few places that I did experience, there was a level of detail and thought that went into the areas that I got to experience. Like even the town that I spawned in, I can't remember the name. It was like, I don't know how to say any of these places, but it was like Miandara or something like that. And it had a little like military checkpoint at the edge of the town. And it had a new sand bunker asset where like you could walk up a little plank and then get into a sand bunker that looked at the bridge that you have to cross into the town, and like you could see so much from there, and I just thought that was really cool. The big city that's close to spawn is actually crazy. There's some new building assets that people are gonna absolutely love to rat and snipe people from. There's some cool buildings. Some of the buildings, like the hospitals and stuff, were still a work in progress, but like we were able to see like the shell of the building, so that was cool. I think that it's gonna be, that's gonna, yeah. There's so much. There's literally so much. Hi, Lucky. Thank you so much. There's so much, I can't remember it all. And like I said, everyone had their own experience, so you'll hear stuff that I've either not experienced or just straight up forgot. Yeah. I can't, if things will probably come to me and I'll bring it up. HB went to Rust Haven, yeah. Oh, thank you, Elijah. I did not talk about this. So, thank you, thank you, thank you. So if you find a bottle of water, pour it over your character. Could you scroll while at the water area to drink from and throw a handful of water over your character? Yes and yes. So, with the water thing, I noticed you were able to do it when you hit yellow temperature, but not always when you were yellow temperature. So it must be like when you're on the higher end of yellow temperature. And then when you're holding a water container in your hand, you use the scroll wheel that you would either originally scroll between pour out or drink. And then it's like pour overhead. And you can pour water over your head while you're walking. You don't have to like stand still to do it. And it helps manage your temperature. And then if you're at like one of those dynamic water trucks that I was telling you guys about, and I imagine if you rebuild the well, it'll probably, maybe, I don't know, speculation, be the same, but you're able to walk up to it and then splash water on yourself to cool down. Yeah. Hi, Invader. Yeah, HB went to Rust Haven. I think we're on to the Rust Haven stuff next. Let me look at my photos. So Thursday was Rust Haven. And this is when it started getting really, really hot. My entire body swelled up. Like, even my face was swollen from the heat. And my feet, ankles, and legs were so swollen as well. They're still swollen, but they're going down now. It was actually crazy. A couple other people had swollen ankles too. I literally had fucking elephant feet. It was actually crazy. And it must be because of the heat. I didn't notice that, Elijah, but I don't think so. But I also could have maybe not noticed if it took anything from your stamina. I had my sun allergy. I had my rash. Some days it was bad. My legs got it really bad where like they actually got really nasty where they turned this really like dark red color, like the spots where my rash was, and like now it's peeling. Yeah, the antihistamines aren't working, but I have a doctor's appointment Thursday, my follow-up, so. All right, let me just check these videos really quick, make sure no one's in it. I don't want to be in it. Okay, so we get to Rust Haven. And if anyone doesn't know what Rust Haven is, it's like a apocalyptic festival and everyone dresses up in really sick outfits, whether it's like military-esque, steampunky, just like people look like they're from Fallout. It's crazy. It's cool. It's amazing. And we were there for Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and part of Sunday. And we did this last year. So this was where we slept. We slept in a big military tent. I have a better photo of it, but we slept on these stretchers. This was the girls' tent. Funnily enough, Holly and I were the only people that slept in this tent. When we got there and walked into the tent, it was like instant dripping sweat. It was so fucking hot. But the first 2 nights at nighttime, it actually cooled down quite a bit to where we did need to sleep inside the sleeping bag. But not so much the last night, because that's when it really ramped up. Yeah, you can see these are the stretchers. And then right here, you walk outside the tent, and there was another tent, but it was like the communal area where we had snacks and waters. We would have had like a fire, but because of the heat and like it didn't rain for a long time, there was a ban on fires to prevent like a forest fire starting because it was so hot and dry. But yeah, when we initially got here and stepped into the tent, we were like, fuck. Like, fuck. Paintera, thank you for the 17 months. Ed, thank you for following. Surfgate, thank you as well. I'm sorry if I missed anyone else coming in. But yeah, like, it was hot as fuck. But the first 2 nights it cooled down to where we did go inside the sleeping bag. We slept in these stretchers the first night, and then I had fucked up because there's a window on this side and the sun started beating down in the morning there. So we ended up moving to like here. Most people ended up sleeping outside. Like a lot of the guys slept outside. Kate had a hammock, so she had a fantastic setup. But a lot of people just pulled their stretchers outside. But yeah, like I said, the first 2 nights, it cooled down at night to where it actually was really chilly and you needed your sleeping bag. Any more songs in the queue? Oh, 1 second. I don't know what to listen to. I don't want to kill you guys with Hot Mulligan. Alright. That'll do for now. Right. We'll share this photo. This photo, this photo. This photo. I need to double check there's no one in the video. Is HB live by any chance? I could just ask him now if I can show the selfie with him. Don't think he is. It's fine. Okay, so yeah, this is another angle of our tent that we slept in. The guy's tent is here or over in the corner, and then I think I'm standing in the communal bit right now. They ended up bringing tires and then like a piece of plywood to make like makeshift benches to sit on, which was fun. I'm just gonna message him and ask. HB. Don't know if he would see WhatsApp or Discord first. Permission to share this? If not, totally fine. Yeah, this is our tent. This was our home for 4 days. This was our neighbors. So at Rust Haven, there's tribes, and the tribes consist of people that work extremely hard to maintain these grounds and have been doing this for years and years and years and years. And like each tribe has a theme, their own vibe about them. They all kind of like have like their own like little special thing. They give out quests and things like that, and they were very, very sweet. We went and said hi to them, me and the girls, one evening, and they over here they invited us into their little hangout section, and they were super nice, chatting with them. Like the prettiest girl I've ever seen in my life was part of this tribe. I don't remember her name, but their thing was like if you wanted to get buried, they would bury you and like have like a little ritual, and then you'd be reborn. Yeah, yeah, Leyline. Okay, HB gave me permission to share the selfie with him. So I can share that with you guys. I love HB. He's honestly he's one of the best humans I've ever met. But when I say that, everybody there, including just like the people at Rust Haven as well, everyone was so fucking nice. Like all the people that worked for Bohemia, Arma devs, DayZ devs, people part of operations, marketing team, everyone is so fucking nice. It was such good vibes all week. Like, it's always awkward meeting new people and like being in a place that you're not 100% used to, like being a different country and stuff. And like, nothing was ever uncomfortable. It was just so nice. It was such a good time. Jaw, thank you for the 15 months. I look so bad in this picture with HP, but it's fine. It's fine. But yeah, literally Rust Haven is like getting... You're spawning into a video game. Like, you're spawning into Fallout. It's crazy. I have some videos to show you guys. Oh, Three Face, thank you for the 34 months as well. Just another view of our tents. So, like, through here and up in these trees is where Kate had her hammock, and there's a few more people, like, camping out with tents back here. Like, small, like, normal camping tents, not military tents. I'm very surprised I did not trip on these giant metal spikes. But I did witness people trip. This is just, we're walking around Rust Haven. Some of the guys, you can see like their outfits. Basically, it's like you just want to look, you want to look dirty. You want to look like you're living out there and taking on the world, you know? And we all had these armbands too that said DayZ Badlands on it. So that was really fun because there are quite a few people from Bohemia went. Not as many that were supposed to go because of how hot it was. But it's so hard to remember everyone's name. Like, you're meeting so many people. But sometimes you'd be walking around and then like you see someone that has a DayZ armband and you're like, ah, you're part of our group. Cool. Hey Zypher, hi Lauren, how are you? Hi Boomstick, thank you. I can only imagine the odors coming from you guys. Okay, despite there not being showers, there were definitely times where like we were always all of it might sound gross, but I don't fucking care. Armpit checks, like someone smell my armpit, how bad does it smell? You know, because we're out here with no showers, and you know, we look out for each other. But I bought these, or Jonathan bought them, these massive shower wipes. Like, the pack was like this big, and they were very wet. And we brought a couple packs of those, and those were so good. Like, we did that multiple times a day. We had wipes for all the parts, body wipes. Yeah. We all did really good with bathing ourselves without having an actual shower. And our hair got really oily and gross, but like it's the apocalypse, so it just made it better, you know? Yeah, here's me in HB. This was day 1 outfit. It was just very simple because it was so hot. Well, I thought it was so hot that day, and then it got hotter, but I just wore like a tea-stained tank top with shorts and fishnets and my Doc Marten boots. Fremen, hello! How are you? I'm so sorry if I said your name wrong. I've said loads of people's names wrong this week, and probably called people the wrong names as well. The event was called Rust Haven. Where's HB's wig? Pain, thank you for the 8 months. I'm back, I'm back. All right, let me just double check these videos quick. I tried to take some videos to kind of like show you guys the vibe of this, the grounds and stuff. Okay, so this one's good. Again, I just want to make sure like I'm not putting pictures and videos out there of people that don't want to be in pictures and videos. So just bear with me. You're still recovering. I would say, besides my feet and just being like exhausted from the entire week of everything, I would say I'm like 78% recovered. Let me just try to get a couple videos so I don't have to keep going back and forth here. Okay, this one's good. There's a tribe there called Kuru, and we visited them last year. And we tried to pop by a couple times this year, but they were never at their camp. And then there's another tribe there called Desert Foxes, and we hung out with them a few times last year. They were so nice. And they always had like games to play and stuff. So we were like, we gotta go back and say hi to them this year. And one of them is friends with an American person. So last year there was actually like another American there, and it was really exciting. And weirdly enough, he ended up being like where I'm from, which was so weird. But he wasn't there this year, or I didn't see him if he was. Okay, I think I have one more video, just double checking it's okay. Yeah, this is good. Kat, hello. Oh, thank you for the 14 months. Hi, Lottie. How are you? Oh, yeah, staying up till every night. We were up until the fucking sun was coming up. Weren't we? Oh, it was so weird being back. Sweets! Sweets, hello. Thank you for 31 months. Thank you, thank you. Wait, did I confuse those two? No, Cat with the 14, Sweets with the 31. Okay, cool. Yeah, it was so weird. Just like being back in England and being in the Uber, going back to our house. It was honestly, as brutal the heat was at Rust Haven and like no showers, I could have stayed there for another week. Like when you're there, you're not on your phone. Obviously, I was on my phone when we first got there and was taking videos and stuff, but like the majority of the time, you're not on your phone. Nobody cares about anything. Nobody cares about what you look like. Nobody cares. The only thing that matters is like just having a good time, and you know, like we're all filthy, we're hot, we're sweaty, but it is just one of the most incredible experiences. And now coming back to like real life is a bit depressing. It's like, oh, I would happily go back and stay there forever. Kat, thank you so much for the bits. So yeah, this is just like walking around. Or the quality's not great. If you go in Discord, exclamation Discord, you could see it in probably better quality on your phone. Yeah, just like these cool old cars that are around. It's literally like being in Fallout. This is the party bus. So imagine this at nighttime and there's loads of people packed into it and there's like LED lights and there's music and you're all just packed into this bus driving around having a party. Party bus. I would love to live in Prague. Prague is one of the like few places that I've been where I'm like, I'm comfortable here. I could totally see myself living here. It was really fun as well because we this is my second time going. We stayed in the same area, so like we knew our way around. It honestly felt like a second home. It was so nice. This is just walking around again. Why is the quality so shit? I don't know why, but this is like it's an old military base, by the way. So like this is an old bunker that has now been converted. I don't know what this was. Maybe this was another tribe. I'm not sure. We didn't go in there. But yeah. And then they have all these really sick cars that drive around and you literally could just like put your thumb out and they'd let you hop in the car. This is just one of the many cool cars. It's like Mad Max, you know? It's so cool. Look at that. There was a tank driving around as well at one point. I don't think I got any video of that. Is Sour still here? Probably not. Because I have a photo of me and Sour, but it's not Sour approved. I'll send you the one of Jonathan and I. I have a really cute picture of Sour and Jonathan too, but I'll ask if I can share that. Well, I guess he's technically in this photo because he's photobombing me. I'm sure he wouldn't mind, but again, like I just want to be respectful of everyone. Because he did Taupe's video as well. Hey, it's Jonathan and I the first day. Sour photobombing us in the background. I'm just adding more songs to the queue. I love this song. Okay. Okay, that's me and Jonathan, and then there's this, there's that, there's this. I think that one's okay. I don't think anyone's in that photo. There's this, there's this, there's this. That, this. That. Okay, we should be good. Got 10 more photos now. Hi, Peanut. Hello. Hi, Sin. Thank you. Yeah, so this is just more of the grounds. How cool is that? Hi, Nix. I did it myself. Like all these little places are like little hangout spots for different groups. Some of them, I don't think I have a picture. There's like on the other side of this road, there's like a shack thing that's actually a bar. This is like the arena, I think it's called. So the opening ceremony was here. There was a concert here the last night, band called B2A, and they did loads of other activities here as well. Um, this is a little store that was just like selling homemade jewelry, and over here there's some more of that going on. Um, it's very much like walking into a settlement out of Fallout. It's crazy. You can see some people's outfits and stuff. Yeah, all up here you could go and sit all around this place. I think I might have a photo of the inside. Yeah. So like this is all seating up here, seating all around. There's a bar under this bit here. The casino's over on this side. If you walk under this arch here, there's some food places as well. This is like the stage. They're getting things set up and everything. These people like are fucking Terminators, like building all of this stuff and doing all this work in the crazy heat to like make sure everything gets put on. It's machines. They are so strong. Yeah, pics don't do it justice. Like it does look smaller, right? But like it wasn't. Like no pics. There were so many times like when I was at the zoo yesterday, there was a really nice overlook spot and I went to take a picture on my phone and I was like, this is fucking shit. Like pictures do not do anything justice. At least my phone pictures don't. I took a picture of this because that's my dad's name, Stu, and I sent it to him. Yeah, just like another view of like all the little bits that you can go underneath, and over here somewhere there's like a board game. There's a couple that has like a board game shack, and we went there last year and we went again this year, and they're really nice. There was yeah, some food. Oops. What did I just do? What did I do? I made it skinny. Anyways, that's me and Holly. This was Holly's first outfit of the week there. She had really cool outfits. She did so well. This was like her warrior outfit. I think a lot of it is their birds and boxes throughout the year. I know there's other events that happen there as well, but I don't really know much about like what events they are. But yeah. I don't think that all that huge stuff gets there's no way it gets taken down, but like they're constantly like setting more stuff up on it and things like that for the festival. Here's like another view of I'm like standing in the inside of the arena. You can see like right here, you could like walk up and you could sit all up here and everything. Yeah, they do have an Instagram account, so if you guys wanted to look more at like the vibe of this place, you could just look up Rust Haven and you can find it. Um This was day 2, I think. As the week went on at Rust Haven, I took less and less photos. I only charged my phone once. Like, I just wasn't on my phone. Also, Holly vlogged a bunch, so she'll have a video again this year, which will be like way better than these photos. This was day 2 outfit. It's probably my favorite outfit for me, of the week. I kind of did similar outfit the following day. I don't have a full body picture. On my Instagram, if you followed my Instagram while I was there, I did videos in the morning when we got ready and stuff. Yeah, I just got this thing off Amazon. Which was cool. And then for my makeup, I just used Anastasia Beverly Hills brow pomade and just like eyeshadow to make myself look dirty. And I had like a black corset, and then did I have, yeah, I had a long skirt that day, long black skirt. And then the next day, I actually don't think I have any pictures from. Wait, I'm confused about my outfits. Was this day 2? What day is this? This is Friday. Okay, yeah, this is day 2. This is day 2 outfit. And then Saturday, it was so fucking hot that the skirt I wore this day, I just pulled up and wore it like a dress. And then at one point, just put a bathing suit top on and wore the skirt and the bathing suit top because it was so hot. But yeah, this was my favorite outfit and makeup of the week for myself, for sure. Yeah, our hair was so dry and gross, but like, it just made everything better. This is a vegan hot dog that I had. It was fucking great. It had like fried onions, green onions. This was like a peanut sauce, had red cabbage. This was so good. No, Shavy, I didn't. I don't know if I'll get the opportunity to go to Rust Haven again in the future, but if I do, I definitely want to, like, it was really fun putting the outfit you just saw together, and I want to go hard if there ever is a next time. Yeah, like, so thankful that we got to experience it again. I can't express enough like how amazing the whole experience is, and so many people work so hard throughout the year to like maintain this place and make it what it is, and it's such an incredible thing. It's so surreal. That's Holly and I after we had our hot dogs. This was Holly's like steampunk themed outfit on day 2. She looks so good. What's this? Okay, so this was the last night with the V2A band performing, and the singer's actually from Birmingham, and one of the other singers is from Germany, and they were there last year and they were there this year again. And I guess earlier in the day, HB, George, maybe Jonathan, and a couple other people had spoke to them, and they were like, no way, like, another English person will give you guys a shout out. So like during the concert at one point, they were like, where are the people from England? And we all were screaming and stuff. But this is just like a video from them performing. Sorry, it's the wrong way around. but just packed. This is in the arena, and then like they're up here, and it was just so fun. Everyone was bopping around, dancing. There's bubbles going. Narsty, is that how I say it? I am American, but I live in England. Yeah, this was really sick. This was cool. All right, I have a more picture. So now we're back. When was this? What day is this? Oh, this must be Sunday. So Sunday. Oh my God. Wait, look at this. This was crazy. It's actually not that crazy. You're going to think it's something cool and crazy. But when we were walking back to the bus at Rusthaven to leave, do you see what that is? That's like a frog that died and is just dried out and flattened. Was I drunk at Rusthaven? I drank. I only got at Rusthaven. I only got drunky, like really drunky one night, but like I wasn't sick or anything like that. But I was like, I knew I was really drunk because I was running, and all week my feet have been so fucked up and swollen and painful. And I remember having a moment where I was like, you must have had a lot of drinks tonight because you're running right now and you don't feel pain in your feet. But it was like a good drunk. And again, it was incredibly hot. It was like water all day, few beers at night, and the occasional shot. Minder fucking set me up. One night, oh, it was so fun. We went and played beer pong in one of the military bunkers, so it was like significantly cooler inside the bunker, so it was a perfect hangout. And Minder was like, oh, Lexi, come try this really nice shot. And I was like, fuck it, right? Fuck it. We're at Rusthaven. I'll do a shot because I don't normally do shots. But then they were like, you have to roll the dice. And I was like, okay. And I rolled a 4. 4 wasn't the really nice shot that Minder did. It was fucking gin. And the guy pours this massive shot. And I was so unhappy. So that's how that night started. And then we played like proper beer pong where you actually like drink the beer, which in college and stuff, whenever we'd play, like I would just drink water, not the beer. But like we got amongst it. But it was, you know, it was a good amongst it. There's also a shot that they do over there. I think it's called Zelena. Someone in chat, Andy, you probably know. It's green. It tastes like Listerine, but like I guess that's a thing there. And we did that a lot. But it was very mild, that. Okay. I have some pictures from Old Town that I can share with you guys. I actually have a picture of that shot. Are you sure it wasn't just Listerine? I mean, I kept saying this is actually Listerine. Like it was Listerine, but supposedly it wasn't, but like I swear to God it was just Listerine. It's peppermint schnapps. It's Listerine. It tastes exactly like Listerine. it doesn't, like, when you do it, it just tastes like Listerine. Like, it's not like doing a shot of gin or tequila where you're like really fucked up like afterwards and you're like trying not to puke. Very mild. Um Also, yeah, that last day at Rust Haven, it got to like 37. Saturday was 37 Celsius, and then Sunday was 104 Fahrenheit, 40 Celsius. It was fucked up. Hi, Coop, welcome in. Yeah, this is just like at the Bohemia office. I thought it was cool because I was like, oh, I'll take a picture of that. I didn't actually take a picture of the outside of the office this time, but whatever. You'll see it in other people's stuff. This is outside Sunday evening. So we got back from Rust Haven Sunday. We left at like 1:45. We're all fucking stinking of stink on this bus. Like sweaty. We weren't that stinky, but like we smelled dirty, you know? Like we smell like dirt and we're sweaty and gross. And we're on this like really nice fancy, not fancy, but it was a nice bus. Like it had bathrooms and like the seats were really nice and squishy and stuff. And it was really funny because the bus driver, Papa, thank you for the 28 months. Thank you so much. The bus driver brought out croissants and he was like, the bags have a bit of oil on them, so can you please not put them on the seats? Just put the bags in the trash. And I was like, dude's worried about these croissant bags. Meanwhile, we've been fucking roughing it out here for 4 days with no showers sitting on his seats. And he's worried about the oily bag. I just thought it was funny. So we went back to Prague. Went back to our hotels. Well, we had to recheck in. We had to go to the office, get our suitcases. I had to bring my whole suitcase to Rust Haven because I couldn't fit everything like toiletry wise into my backpack with my outfit stuff. So yeah, I had my big fuck off suitcase at Rust Haven, but it worked out fine. But like loads of people had the rest of their luggage at the offices, so we had to go back to the offices, get our luggage, and then go check back into our hotel. And then we all got ourselves together. We went to dinner. I didn't take any pictures at this dinner place because there was just a lot going on. Maybe some other people took pictures, but we went to a Brazilian steakhouse and they had like in Old Town, they had salad bar that was really good. And they were constantly like changing out the dishes and bringing different stuff out at the salad bar. And then they had like sushi as well. And then obviously they walk around constantly with meat, just meat on big metal skewers, and they're like, you want some meat? And you're like, yeah. And then they just shave off some meat and you have your little tongs and you grab the meat, and it was so fucking good. I tried some stuff that I've never tried before because I always say I'll try something once. I tried a chicken heart. It was fine. I tried a duck heart. It was really fucking good. I tried a type of boar, and the guy said it was similar to camel, and the texture was very strange. I've never had anything like it before. It was interesting. It like very much fell apart in your mouth. I don't know if I would eat it again though. And then I tried liver. No, it wasn't stringy. It wasn't stringy. It was I literally can't explain it. Sour had it too, so maybe you can ask him when he streams next. But I tried, maybe it was veal liver, and I had to put it in my napkin discreetly because I did not like it. No, it wasn't boar cheek. He described it. It was like a cut from like the back of the neck or something. I forget what type of boar it was. Yeah, I tried veal liver and it wasn't the texture, it was the flavor. I did not like it. I did not like it. That wasn't for me, but the duck heart was really good. And Sarah, you'll be excited to hear this as well. I had proper duck, like roasted duck for the first time, and that was really good. I really liked it. It was yummy. This is that astronomical clock. Last time we were there, I have pictures from last year of this. It actually like opened up and stuff. But when it opened up later in the night, I was sitting somewhere and I could see the clock, but I couldn't get like a good view of it. This was ube flavored ice cream. So sweet potato, purple sweet potato or something. And it was in a fish cone, like not like fish, but like it looked like a fish. And I had Nutella on the inside. I just remembered something about this. Sour and Jonathan didn't get this ice cream, but this was really good. And I was like, Sour, do you want to try? And at that point, I had already put my mouth on the spoon, and then George had already put his mouth on this end when he tried it. So I took the Oreo and scooped some of the ice cream for Sour to try. Because I figured he would just take a bite of the Oreo, like, with the ice cream. And instead of biting the Oreo with the scoop of ice cream, he, like sucked it off. And I was like, what are you doing? He was like, what? I was like, I meant for you to take the bite. And he like looked at me while he did it. It was so fucking funny. Honestly, I was cracking up and I was like, bite the Oreo part off that you sucked the ice cream off of. It was so funny. Oh my god. Oh, Blackbot with the 12 months on YouTube. Thank you so much. Thank you for the welcome home. Hi, Crab. Most adventurous I ever went with meat was ostrich steak with a side of caviar and crisp bread as a starter. Was at a posh horse race in Germany. Did you like it? Nice, Dusty. Yeah, it's the first time I've had it. Like, a lot of people say it's really good, but I've never experienced it like properly before, and it was really nice. He wanted to taste the ice cream, not the Oreo. It was just funny. It was just the whole thing was funny because like Jonathan was the only person that saw it. So he's like, "What are you doing?" We were all just like, "What are you doing?" Was that the one Kate ate with her hand? Ate with her hand. It was messy. At one point, HB had a fish cone like me as well, and he squeezed it and it went all over him. And then I was laughing at him. I'm like, what are you doing? And then I did the same thing and it went all over my jeans. Oh. I don't know what this building is, but it just looked really nice. It's something though. This was after dinner Sunday and we were walking. We went to a really touristy spot to have one drink and the round ended up working out to 109 pounds. And we knew it was expensive because it's like right in the heart of Old Town. But like the place was nice. So we were like, fuck it, like we'll just get one drink here. And it was crazy expensive, but we had like the view of all this, so it was like a nice have one drink, then we'll go somewhere not so touristy afterwards. That's me and Holly. Slightly more refreshed. I guess this was earlier in the day, that same building. And then it was funny because this is Sunday night, so we're leaving yesterday. And when we went to that first place to have the drink at the really touristy spot, we were all so tired because that's the day we came back from Rust Haven. And Sour was exhausted, Kate was exhausted, I was exhausted. We're all exhausted. And we're sitting here at this first place and we're like, all right, we're going to have one drink and then we're going to go back home. And then Esther met us out, who's someone who works for Bohemia and was helping with organizing things like our train tickets and everything the day we went on Staris, and, you know, making sure we had things that we needed. And she was fucking awesome. We hung out loads at Rust Haven, and so she met us out. So we were like, okay, we'll get another drink, and then we'll go home. And then it turned into, okay, no, we're gonna go back to the corner pub, and we're gonna have more drinks. And then we had shots, and then Jonathan's home at this point, but I was like, I gotta go to bed. And I think I ended up staying out maybe to like 2 something the last night, and then George and Holly and Dominic, who also works for BI, they stayed out till like 4 something in the morning. Fucking psychos. But after this, I was like, I'm going to bed. I was exhausted. Oh, there you go. There's the beer. Right? That must be the beer. Someone was asking what beer is that. No, it wasn't 2 drinks at 109 pounds. It was like me, John, George, Lottie, Kate, Holly. It was like 6 or 7 beers that are normally like 2 pounds each at this place. Ended up being 109 pounds. Yeah, it was just so expensive there. Jonathan's so tired. This was at Old Town as well. And then, yeah, I went home, and then this was the night that it was 40 degrees Celsius. It was super hot, and I get back to the hotel room, and I'm not joking, it was probably at least 36°C in the hotel room, if not more. It was so bad the last night. I did Dark Corner. I did see that, yeah. It was, oh, that last night was fucked up. And then the next day, we got up and we went to Egg Place, which is a breakfast place. It's not actually called Egg Place, but it's a breakfast place that we went to twice last year because we really liked it. Oh, thank you. And we call it Egg Place because it had good eggs. Duh. So this is my Egg Place breakfast. The menu was a little bit different, but I got scrambled eggs. It had some greens with like a really nice lemony something on it. Don't know exactly what it was. This was like a whipped butter. And this was bacon. But it was really nice because it was rendered down super nice. And we got like so many iced lattes there. That was good. And that's Sour and HB leaving. So sad. And then we went to what happened? Hawken showed up, who's another DayZ creator. And we went to a bar. I got a virgin mojito. It was very refreshing. Holly had to leave because it was her time to go. I cried. And then we went to the zoo because we had a late flight. Our flight was meant to be leaving at 9:55 and it was like 2 p.m. So we had until 7 to go do whatever we wanted until the car was going to pick us up. So George had the best idea and he was like, let's go to the zoo. So me, Jonathan, George, and Kate went to the zoo together and I took some zoo pictures for you guys if you want to see. The Prague Zoo is very cool. It was very cool and we didn't even get to see like all the stuff. Marks, I had a question for you. I definitely said earlier today, I was like, Marks will be here later, he'll know. And I don't remember. But I forget. Anyways, hi, how are you? How's your day off? Was Lottie with you guys? Yeah, she posted a picture on her Instagram of us, but I actually didn't get the didn't think about it, but there's so many people that I just didn't take a picture with to have for the memories, and she's one of them. Annoyingly. Okay, so this is a seal. And he was really cute. He kept doing these little laps where he would like push off the wall over here and then zoom upside down towards us. And then he would zoom up to the surface, take a breath, swim back, and then go back down. And he just kept doing it. So that was cute. They're not the best pictures. Here are some penguins. Chillin'. That one's looking rough. Penguins are always fun. Look at this little guy right here, chillin'. Yeah, Mark's tired, but like, I'm okay. Definitely just wiped out from it all. We're gonna take a pic with Wobo. Oh, same like Max and Task Force and Lady. Like, yeah, missed out on so many pictures with people. One second. Where's my playlist that I want? Okay. Oh, this is fun. Okay. Yeah, the zoo was such a good idea. I wish that we thought of it earlier in the week and like did it with more people. But to be honest, like we didn't really have time. Like we were constantly doing stuff. Here's some birds. This is my last year's Rust Haven mug, Marks. I use it all the time. I've not cleaned my one from this year yet. Okay, so this owl was cracking me up because tell me that's not Bean when Bean is trying to stalk me and play chase. Like, let me see if I can find a picture of Bean doing that. I'll deal with it. You know, you've seen it. You've seen the pictures of Bean. Her pupils get huge and she goes like this and she's like looking around the corner and she wants to play hide and seek with you. So this owl was cracking me up. I liked him. This bird just looked a bit bit ugly. So I took a picture of it. He looks a bit fucked, doesn't he? They had some bald eagles, which was cool. And then I forget what these were, but they kind of reminded me of like the Argentavis from Ark. They like their faces were very mean looking, like they'll fuck you up. I think they still have a polar bear, yeah, but we didn't get to see everything because I went by so fast, to be honest. And then they had flamingos. They fucking smelled. These guys stunk. I had to walk away because I started to speak and then I gagged a little bit. It's flamingos are cool. Here's some photo or some other stuff. Hang on. I love zoos. I love Zoo Tycoon. It's like one of my favorite games of all time. And there was like loads of animals here that you could get in Zoo Tycoon. So I was having the best time ever. I'm sending some more. This was like very Zoo Tycoon because in Zoo Tycoon you can get like a covered wooden viewing area and this just felt exactly like it. So I was like, I gotta take a picture of this. This was like a little deer. I don't know what kind of deer though, but he was just eating some food and he was cute. Tapir, don't know how to pronounce it, but yeah, these guys are cool. They're big. And then again, the quality's so shit on, I don't know why, but they were obviously just hanging out in the water. I'm sorry it's so blurry. That was fun. I don't remember what these are, but they're just some little somethings. Some sort of rodent? I don't know. Hi, CJ. The bird on the ground is a secretary bird known for killing snakes with their feet. My God. These little guys. We're having a nice salad. We were, we were watching them eat. We were like, that looks good. They had like beetroot, some potatoes, some lettuce. We're like, that seems like a good meal. Well, this was cool. They had a kangaroo. Well, they had a couple kangaroos, but here's a kangaroo. I have the best video of a prairie dog for you guys as well. We'll get to it. I started recording at the right time. It looked like he was eating his poop. I don't know if that's actually poop, but it looked like he was eating his poop. This is probably going to upload at shit quality as well, but I don't know what type of bird this is, but he has a mohawk. Look at this bird's hair. Look at him. That was fun. Um Oh, this was really cool. They had a also very Zoo Tycoon. They had this thing, and I was actually so scared. I hate heights. George was like, "They have a net." And it was just so like rickety. It was like a chair lift. But like the seats were so small and all they had was like a chain as a seatbelt. How crazy is that? That was fun. And then you turn around while you're on that chair. And again, pictures don't do it justice. But the view while you're going up, and you this is like when you look behind you, was so good. And how much does this here look like the tower in Novo? Doesn't it? You could see so much. The bluebird is a Victoria crowned pigeon. All right. So this is Monday. This is yesterday. And all of our flights got delayed and stuff because they were thunderstorms. So it cooled down loads. So at this point in the day, it cooled down so much. And it was really, really nice. Ooh, I'm gonna name butcher. Is it lighter? I'm not sure, but thanks for following. Let me know how to say your name. Pepper, welcome in. Vu, welcome in. Welcome in, everybody. When we got to the top of the chairlift, they had these horses. They begin with a P. Przewalski's, something like that. But you can get these in Zoo Tycoon. So when I saw them, I got really excited. A little baby. They were just eating some hay. Little baby again. These look so cool. I can't... Are these endangered? They maybe used to be endangered. I'm not sure. Aw. Yeah, that was fun. I forget what these were called, but they were really interesting looking. These guys. They were really tall. Can't really tell from the photo. They kind of looked like mules, but I don't know what they were. They had big heads. Oh! These are camels. I don't know what... Was it like a drum something? They're in Zoo Tycoon as well. But these guys were crazy looking. Like, they looked crazy. Camels are weird creatures. They had some American bison. They had a baby one as well. Hey, Arku. I did play Badlands in Prague for a little bit, yeah. Wait till you see this meerkat video. Or prairie dog video. It's so good. Baby bison, sleeping bison. Fucking big. That is a big creature. Look at this guy. And then... Hey God, I'll play it again. Let me get the volume up. Is that so funny? I don't think they liked me. Everyone walked away to go to the restroom and get ice cream, and I was the only one that got to see that. I was like, oh my God. Yeah, this guy is just like, it's fucking hot out here. Sifadias? Hello, crazy seeing camels in a zoo. They're a major pest here in Australia. Really? Do they like try to eat farms and stuff? What do they do? Hi, Rick. Sorry if I missed anyone coming in on YouTube. Hello. I have more. I have more pictures. Hang on. I think my favorite were the giraffes. I could have stayed there all day and watched the giraffes. They had gorillas as well. I didn't really get any pictures of the gorillas. But there was a baby and it was really cute. I got this ice cream. It was so tasty. It was probably one of the best chocolate soft serves I've ever had. That's a moose. This is some sort of reindeer. Big antlers. And then there was just this random cat. How cute. The cat was so nice. Hi, Tio. What happened about DayZ 2? It is now revealed that DayZ 2 is in development. Where is it? Where's the picture? DayZ 2 in development. I think I have a good video of a giraffe. Yeah, he was eating this tree. And he was like wrapping his tongue around the branches. And it was just so fun to watch. We can expect Badlands this year. And there's also a Road to Badlands experimental hatch tomorrow. The quality's gonna be shit, but you'll get the gist of it. Look at this giraffe. This is one of the bigger ones. Giraffes are so alien. They really are. I think they're fucking incredible creatures. You could like hear him munching as well. I don't know if you're able to hear it. No, I can't really hear him munching. Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, like I think giraffes are so cool. They might be my favorite animal. I don't know. Oh, I did get a picture of the baby gorilla. This is we can do a comparison picture of me at the start of the trip to last night. Okay, that's the gorilla. That's the baby gorilla. And that's me absolutely fucking dead. So we started the week. We started the week. Where is it? Tired but fresh. Ooh, sushi, happy, fresh, got makeup on, looking normal. And then there's that. Aged like 50 years. Jonathan is my husband. Oh, smelly cat farts, hello. Yeah, Otterside. I fed a giraffe at a zoo back in Mass. I don't remember which one, but it was a long time ago. It's weird because you could feel their tongue on you. I took a picture when I got back from Rust Haven as well. Like right back to the hotel before I showered. I can't show you that one though. But like at that shower after Rust Haven, the water was brown. But again, like it was the best time ever. I don't mind getting dirty. What were the wells like in Nastara? So I didn't actually find a well. I did find a rebuildable rope ladder that led me down into the ground, and there was like an irrigation tunnel that had water in it. I think that's what they were calling it. Um yeah, you just needed some sticks and a couple bits of rope, and that's one way I was able to access water. And then I also found a truck that had a tank on the back that you can drink from, and it was dynamic, but I didn't actually find any wells that were rebuildable. I don't think there are any wells that are just normal and put together already. You're gonna have to be resourceful, it seems like. How many hours did you play it? 100% it was the Southwick Zoo smelly cat farts. Yep. I was I was a kid, and that's definitely the zoo. I played for maybe like almost 3 hours. So we played 2 hours at the LAN party, and then at Rust Haven I played for maybe like another hour. I can't really like speak on how easy it was to find loot because I don't know if the loot I don't think the loot economy is what it's gonna be when it comes out. Cause like bottles were spawning with 100% water. It was dirty, but I don't know if that was done for the sake of the LAN party and trying to help people so they can explore the map a little bit. Um, yeah. Dynamic water trucks I found. I rebuilt that rope ladder down into the water tunnel thing and found, like snacks and stuff like that along the way. So that's the trip, guys. That's all of it. That's all the pictures I got. loads of people went, so there's going to be different points of view and information that you'll get from different content creators over the next few weeks. I know Holly's going to be making a video. Holly interviewed Talus, and who's like the project lead on DayZ 1. And somebody else, I forget, and she had asked in, I think, her Discord, what questions do you want me to ask the devs? So she got to interview them one day, so you know she'll have all of that as well. And yeah, you'll just see loads of stuff coming out on people's socials as the week goes on. I don't have the barn group picture, you know. I don't have that. Let me check our group chat to see if anyone sent some photos. Oh, it actually looks like people are sending photos right now. Honestly, playing spoons was one of my favorite parts of the trip. At Rest Haven, we just put a tarp on the ground and we had wooden spoons. And we all just sat around fucking so sweaty playing spoons. Oh, yeah, Elijah. So I was able to play DayZ on the Switch too. They were having some server issues, so there was a lot of desync. I think the server needed a restart, but it was very strange. Because I've not played DayZ on a console in a long time, but like, it's DayZ. One of the cool things that I don't know if they've talked about yet is with the Switch 2, the controller, the Joy-Con, I think that's what it's called, you can detach and flip over and use as a mouse, actually. So you could actually use the Switch controller like a mouse and drag stuff onto your character and use it as a mouse. And I thought that was really, really cool. We only had a couple minutes to see it because we didn't have a lot of time that day before the LAN party, so that it was done in groups. But there's VoIP. There, like, it will be DayZ, you know? And I believe it's the full map, to my knowledge. I could be wrong, but I believe it's the full map, Elijah. It's actually crazy. Yeah, with the controller flipped over as the mouse, it looked obviously to a PC player a lot easier. I'm just really bad with DayZ controller, so I got my butt beat a bit, but yeah, I think it'll reach obviously like new people that have a Switch, get to play DayZ if they want, and it might, you know, lead them to eventually wanting a PC one day. It's gonna reach so many people being on a different platform. Was that in the song or was that my cat? It's the cat. Come here. Oh, she's so sad. Come here, little baby cat. I heard you. She missed us so much. I feel so horrible. She's traumatized. What are you doing? I'm trying to turn you around. Work with me here. I'm trying to work. Don't go on my shoulder, okay. She's actually traumatized. She really thought we left her. We're still here. Don't you eat my chicken. Jonathan brought me chicken not that long ago. Don't eat that chicken. Yeah, do you guys have any... Do you have any other questions? Like, what are your thoughts about everything? How do you guys feel about Badlands and the things that I was able to share with you? What else? What are the other questions? Yeah, like, just what are your thoughts? Are you guys excited? What are you feeling? What are your thoughts and feelings? I know we've just unpacked loads of stuff. I have loads of bean hair on my face now too. Why are the boys slacking and not streaming? They're probably making content, to be honest. They were doing some vlogging as well, so we all got back really late. They're either working or resting, which is very much deserved. Seeing the state of Badlands, what does your gut tell you when it might be coming out? I mean, I only saw a portion of the map. I have no idea. Like, I was at spawn, basically. And I traveled a bit away from spawn, but the map is so big that, like, I didn't even see the border crossing that they've been talking about. I didn't see any of the in-game stuff. I don't know. My theory has always been whenever Sakal came out, they always do big updates towards the end of the year. That would be my guess. I literally have cat hair all over my face. Does your character's skin get visibly harmed if you're in the sun too long? That I do not know. I don't know that. You love hearing that DayZ 2 is going to get the same attention / resources as Arma 4, full commit. Yeah, from the way they talked and everything, it really sounds like Arma and DayZ 2 are, they're really excited about, and at the same time, like, that doesn't mean they're giving up on DayZ 1. Like, it was made very clear that DayZ 1 is not getting abandoned. Like, different people are working on different things, and DayZ 1 is still going to be continued to be worked on. Pretty excited, not gonna lie. I felt like it would be a big expanse of emptiness with a few useless features, but actually after what you guys have seen, I'm quite excited. You know what? I was gonna go through the dev blog today with you guys, but I think I might save that for tomorrow before we play experimental. However, they did share some pictures on Twitter. We'll look at it tomorrow. We'll look at that stuff tomorrow. I haven't looked at the pictures on their Twitter that they've teased of Badlands, but we can like go through it tomorrow and zoom in and stuff and see. But yeah, from what I saw, it's more green than I expected in areas. It is a lot going on as far as places to loot. Like, I was shocked again, like when I went up that mountain and I think I was looking kind of like southish. There's just stuff everywhere you look. And there's also really good landmarks for navigating as well. Like unique towers, things like that. So it's not like you're spawning in nothingness and not really feeling like I don't know where to go, or you die and then you spawn back and you might be like, fuck, well, how do I get back there? Oh yeah, look for the windmills, you know, like there's loads of stuff like that. Looking forward to Badlands. It seems like they put some thought into this where maybe Sakal was lacking. DayZ 2, I'm holding out on excitement at the moment until we know if it's also coming to console. Yeah. Sakal, with Sakal, that was based off of a map that already existed. Like the terrain already existed, where Badlands is built completely from scratch. That's also an exciting thing about Badlands, where it's literally unexplored territory for everybody. It's not built off of another map from like Arma. How excited did you feel first logging into a map no one outside of the devs have played yet? I was really excited. I was really excited, and then as soon as I loaded in, I was like, what do I do? I was like, what do I do? Like, I don't know. I'm going to eat this fig. And then I freaked out about how the chewing of the fig sounded. Like, it was very exciting and overwhelming. Is the Switch crossplay? I don't think so. Can't believe DayZ 2 is actually in development. Yep, it's in development. And they wouldn't tell us. Like, we asked the project lead, we asked, like, how long have you been with BI? And he didn't say. So we don't actually know how long this has been a thing for. We do know that, like, the trademark, you remember, like, Wobo did a video, like, the trademark of DayZ 2 or something was floating around. People were like, oh my god, DayZ 2. And some people thought it was, like, fake or whatever. That happened maybe in April. I can't really remember. Excited for Badlands after what's been seen. Excited for all the new stuff, mostly the motorcycles. Is there stuff that you can't tell us? No. Everything that we saw during the playtest and everything that they told us, we are open to share with you guys. So I've reiterated everything, and I've probably forgotten a lot, but everything that I've experienced, you guys are free to know, and I've told you. If they at least acknowledge the Sakal progression was bad and they're fixing it for Badlands, it's a plus. Yeah, so when we went last year to Prague and they announced Badlands, one of the first questions that we asked them, because we were able to have a Q&A a year ago, was, you know, what's progression going to be like? You know, X, Y, and Z with Sakal wasn't great, with like the emptiness of islands and not many loot routes. And a thing they said a year ago was it's going to be more similar to Chernarus with all the different routes you can take. And from what I've seen, it really does look like that. What do we know of Road to Badlands experimental? Well, it's happening tomorrow. The experimental Road to Badlands patch is happening tomorrow. I believe everything you saw in the stream on Monday with Marks is basically everything that we'll get to know. There might be some stuff that we don't know as well, that maybe they've kept it from us. But yeah, I guess with the Road to Badlands update, this was what I was a little bit confused about, but we'll get clarification tomorrow. Was on stream last Monday with Marks, they showed off the convoys, and the convoys on Chernarus were like out of Badlands. Like the military equipment you could find was like sandy desert themed and things like that. And I guess that's kind of like their way of bridging everything over to 1.30, which is going to be the Badlands update. So this is like 1.29 and a half or something like that, or technically 1.29.2. I don't know. But But obviously tomorrow when the experimental patch goes live, I'll go through all of the patch notes with you guys before we jump in so we know what to look out for, and we'll make our list and we'll start checking stuff out. Did you see anything you can't talk about? No, everything that I saw and they shared with us, we're able to talk about. How was the Switch version? Aside from the server that we were on being like struggling, it was like, I don't know, it was DayZ, you know? I struggle because I'm not used to playing DayZ on a controller anymore, but like it literally was DayZ. It looked the same. All like, yeah, it wasn't like anything was majorly changed on the Switch. It was DayZ on Switch. I think tomorrow, Shabby, we find out what caliber the scar will be. I think. Is there a VOD? I think so. What's the DayZ YouTube? Is it DayZ Dev Team? Here. Ugh, it's doing that thing. I'll put the link in Discord. It's doing that thing where I can't post stuff into chat. I guess I could just go to my Twitch in the browser and do it. That's the VOD from last Monday. What else? Good song. It's a good song. Excited for new clothing options? Me too. Did you or anyone else try the console version of Badlands? No. When we tried it on Switch, it was Chinaris. Elijah! Dude, thank you so much. Thank you for gifting 20 subs. Should I go through them? Alright. Elijah, thank you for gifting a sub. Sorry, is it Butt Rush or is it Boots Rush? I don't know how to say that name, but I kind of like Butt Rush. To Stevia, to Darth, Madro, Morty, that guy, Tofu, Richard, Pogo, Silver, Lauren, Blue, Wolf Bear, Thors, Darth, Freak, Moromaz, Technica, Luger, Franca got one. And to Shabby as well. Thank you so much. And Kat, thank you for the bits. Thank you guys. Yeah, I did enjoy my run on Badlands. Boomstick, I actually met, I think she was a dev. I need to find out who she is, but I'm pretty sure someone said she's another dev. I met a girl and I was like, what's your name? And she was like, Lexi. And I was like, my name's Lexi. And then we bumped into a couple other people, Tomash and maybe another guy named Martin. I'm not sure, but we had a little group of people and it was really fun, and we were just kind of running around looking at all the new stuff. So I'm just catching up. Hi, Patrick. How crazy it that a video game has allowed you to experience all the cool stuff IRL with traveling and meeting cool people. Yeah, it's actually, it's surreal. Like, there was numerous moments where we were sitting around and I was like, this is crazy. Like, this is so weird that because of a game, like, we're sitting here right now and we get to have all these amazing experiences, and I'm just incredibly thankful. Really, really thankful. And you guys are a huge part of that as well. So thank you. Thank you again, Elijah. Yeah, basically today my plan was to just catch up with you guys, tell you everything that I knew, show you pictures, and for the rest of the week, we got experimental tomorrow, experimental patch. I don't know what time it's dropping, but I will probably go live when experimental goes live. So it could be morning, it could be afternoon. I'm not sure. Obviously, I'll let you guys know in Discord. Like I said, you guys got my version of things. There were loads of other people there, DayZ creators, Arma creators, that had all their own experiences too, and you'll see loads of stuff on social media. We got to get back on Vane as well this week. It feels so weird. We've been gone for so long. 9 days is a long time. But there's lots to do. There's lots to catch up on. There's so much to talk about. Lots of exciting things in the future. I'm excited. Thank you, Capybara. You're welcome, birds and boxes. Oh no, cat. Oh no. Pushback. I'm not gonna be playing any DayZ today. How long have I been live for? We've just been chatting for 3.5 hours. That's crazy. Yeah, today, like I said, we got back late last night and I'm tired. My body is tired. My brain is tired. And I just wanted to catch up with you guys, and I will chill for the rest of the day. It was really good, Kilo. Thank you. Sand. I saw Sarah Moore's been playing Sand. I don't know anything about it, but I'm down to try new things. A bunch of us were talking about playing Mecha Chameleon. I don't know if that's going to be an on-stream thing or an off-stream thing, but a bunch of us that were at the event were like, we need to all get together and play Mecha Chameleon because that would be so much fun. But yeah, I don't know if that's going to be a stream thing or just a vibe out off-stream, but potential for that. I got to see what everyone else wants to do. Yeah. It was, everything's great. I'm tired. Everything's great. I appreciate you guys. I'm glad you enjoyed seeing all the photos. If I get any photos from people that have sent stuff in the group chat, I'll just pop them in Discord as well. And if you missed all the photo dump earlier in stream today, you can either watch the VOD back or you can just go in Discord general chat and all the photos that we looked at together are there. That's it though. I'm gonna wrap things up today. I'm tired. I felt like I had energy and now I feel like I'm crashing. But I will send you guys over to somebody. Don't know who, but I will. I mean, I'll shoot you over to Paul. Paul was with us this week, and it looks like he's literally just getting started. So I'll shoot you over to Paul, and you can hear his experience. I'm sure he'll be talking about it loads today. Guys, thank you so much. Seriously, thank you for all the love. Thank you for the support today, as always, the continued support. Anyone that I met over this past week in chat, if you're still here, it was fantastic. Thank you. And yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited for the future of DayZ and just continuing on with streaming and everything. All right, the raid has started. Guys, I'm out of here. I will see you tomorrow. Hopefully we get a estimated time for the patch and I can better keep you guys informed about when I'll be live. Goodbye, everybody. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you. Have a fantastic rest of your Tuesday. I have Pilates tonight. Oh my god. I have Pilates tonight. I'm going. Fuck it. I remembered and then I forgot and I remembered again. If I can survive Chinaris, I can survive Pilates. Okay, bye. Love you. Bye.